Crossfader, what's going on? My name is Andy Purrnel and this is Long Overdue. If you don't know about me, I work with brands like Gumball 3000. I'm at Ministry of Sound every single week. I work with the NFL, work with Tottenham Hotspur, and I'm the tour DJ for Central Cee. So Central Cee's just dropped his debut album, Can't Rush Greatness, and I'm gonna show you 3 different DJ transitions using songs from the album that you can introduce to your DJ sets. I'm gonna be breaking down each of the transitions step by step, and I'm looking forward to seeing the videos of you recreating these in your DJ sets at home or in the clubs.
She don't listen to UK rap. If it ain't Dave or Cech, she a 6 but her friend is a 4. A freeway gonna make that 10. Are you sure you wanna make that wife? We know her since way back when. If it's a Rose, then it gotta be a Cullinan. G6 free if Mercedes. She don't listen to UK rap. If it ain't Dave or Cech, she a 6 but her friend is a 4. A freeway gonna make that 10. A freeway gonna make that 10. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10.
Pulled up to the club around 10:30. How many vibes I pull up with?
10.
How many of the guys I pull up with?
10.
We the ones putting on the city, not them. This girl said that I look like money. Told her that I don't fold or bend. Every year I'm in the UK top 3. Talk about worldwide, then we in the top 10.
Done it again, 10:30, just made me a 10. They ain't got out of bed. Hunting there, but I ran out of lead. One cool mate, broski, blam at your head.
We the ones putting on.
All right, so the first mix we're gonna do is from UK Rap by Central Cee and Dave into 10 by Central Cee and Skepta. Now this mix includes wordplay, it includes stems, cue points, scratching, and samples. It might sound complicated, but actually the mix is relatively simple. And even if you don't have this set up, you'll be able to replicate it on whatever you're using. So first of all, I'm using sync and I've set the BPM at 73 BPM, which is the tempo of the fastest track, 10. The cue points on this mix are very important because it's a wordplay mix. So I'm using the word 10 from UK Rap and then also the word 10 from the track 10. So the cue points are set up at the very start of the track where the first drop is, and then also at the bar where I want to do the wordplay mix. So on the left-hand side, we've got
a freeway gonna make that 10.
And also
10.
And then on the right-hand side with 10, we've got these cue points set up. The very start of the track, and then we've got the drop.
Done it again, 10:30, just made me a 10. They ain't got out of bed.
And then we've also got the drop from the very last chorus, which was the cleanest way to get into the chorus.
Pulled up to the club around 10:30.
So we'll get into it. So if you press play on the first record, and you leave that playing for a while, because you don't start mixing in the record until halfway through the first chorus. When I was doing the mix, you heard me put some effects on, just to make it more interesting.
She don't listen to UK rap. If it ain't Dave or Cech.
Now at this point, you're going to put the stems on.
Gonna make that 10. Are you sure you want to make that wife? We know her since way back when. If it's a Rose,
get this cue point ready.
G6 free if Mercedes. She don't listen to UK rap.
Nice.
If it ain't Dave or Cech, she a 6 but her friend is a 4.
Now you're going to use this cue point.
A freeway gonna make that 10. A freeway gonna make that 10. A freeway gonna make that 10. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. 10.
Pulled up to the club around 10:30. How many vibes I pull up with?
10.
How many of the guys I...
So when the chorus drops on 10, you're going to drop in the sample from UK Rap, which says 10. So you're going to go from this into
10.
And you just do it every time the Central Cee says 10 on the 10 record. So it goes like this.
Pulled up to the club around 10:30. How many vibes I pull up with?
10.
How many of the guys I pull up with?
10.
We the ones putting on the city.
And now you're going to jump back to the start of 10 using the same sample.
Talk about worldwide, then we in the top
10. Done it again, 10:30, just
and that's that.
If it went to UK, would I had an AK-47 with 100 rounds. Red carpet on my trackie and Air Max. They want a boy with a London style. We ain't got generational wealth, got a couple of mil for my unborn child. If I pay man £100,000, I can get man bum right in front of a crowd. That's GBP.
The price go up if it's USD.
That's GBP.
The price go up if it's USD.
Is it me or the GBP? Don't know if she really wants C for C. It could be the GIAs or the G5 plane. I don't know what the reason.
So for the second mix, I've taken 2 of my favorite songs off of Can't Rush Greatness. We got GBP featuring 21 Savage and Gatta featuring Young Miko. Now this is another wordplay mix, so we're going to be using cue points, wordplay obviously, we're going to be using stems and a little bit of scratching. So I've got my cue point set up in 3 different places on both tracks. So the very start of the chorus.
If it went a UK, would have had an AK-47 with 100 rounds.
Then for the next part, which we're going to use stems for, we've got the wordplay aspect, which is the start of the bar.
That's GBP.
The price go up if it's USD.
And then we've also got just GBP.
GBP.
So on this record, we got the first cue point set up on the first bar. The second cue point, which you won't use, is when Young Miko comes in. But forget about that one. And then the third cue point is at the start of Central C's verse.
Is it me or the GBP?
You can hear the GBP, which is part of the wordplay. So to start the mix, you start the chorus on GBP.
If it went a UK, would have had an AK.
Whilst that's playing, you prep the first bar on this side. You can use the effects to style it. Turn the stems on. Then you press play on this record.
That's GBP.
The price go up if it's USD.
That's GBP.
The price go up if it's USD.
Is it me or the...
Now you'll notice that I cut out the instrumental to then bring in Cech's chorus. That's just to add a bit of flair to the mix. If you want to do it simply, you don't need to do that. Likewise, with the scratching, it's not essential. You don't have to do the scratching. You can just wait and press the buttons at the right time. So for example, it could be an easier version of the mix like this.
That's GBP.
The price go up if it's USD.
That's GBP.
The price go up if it's USD.
Is it me or the GBP? I don't know if she really wants C for C.
Cash rules everything around me. Cream. Cash rules everything around me. Cream. Cash rules everything around me. Cream. Get the money. Dollar bill, yo. Cash rules everything around me. Cream. Get the money. Dollar bill, yo.
Cash rules everything around me. I'm about the green like today, St. Patrick.
Cash rules everything around me. Cream. Cash rules everything around me. Cream. Cash rules everything around me. Cream. Get the money. Dollar bill, yo. Cash rules everything around me. Cream. Get the money. Dollar bill, yo.
Cash rules everything around me. I'm about the green like today, St. Patrick. Bro got a pack in the mail, he's tracking. Gassed as soon as it lands in.
So the very last mix is the hardest mix, but I'm going to give you 2 different versions. We're doing a sample switch up from Cream by Wu-Tang Clan, one of my favorite records, which was sampled on St. Patrick's off of Can't Rush Greatness by Central C. Yeah, this mix is super techy and there's many techniques you have to use, but one of the hardest things to do is get between the 2 BPMs. So the first thing that you need to do is make sure that you've got your BPM set up on plus 16. If you don't have it set up at least that wide, you're not going to be able to get between the 2. What I've done as well is you can see on the right hand deck, which is St. Patrick's, I've got the slider all the way up to the top and I pushed it all the way up to the top before I pressed sync. That's very important because when you push the slider down to go from 90 BPM all the way down to 72 BPM, you need to use almost the full width of the slider at plus 16. So make sure that you first set the slider up here, then you press sync on the 2 records. Right, so I've got 3 cue points set up on Cream and I've got 2 cue points set up on St. Patrick's. On Cream, I got the first bar of the record. I've also got the first bar of the chorus.
Cash rules everything around me.
Then also for the key shift part, I've got a very specific point of the song, which is basically Method Man saying yo. To mix in St. Patrick's, I only use 1 cue point, which is the very first bar of the record. If you're doing the techier version of this mix, you need to match the keys of the 2 records, which means you need to go down 3 semitones on Cream to make it match St. Patrick's. Now this is particularly difficult because the part of the mix where I've chosen to go down those 3 semitones is on the yawl part of the record, which is in the chorus of Cream. So you need to simultaneously press a cue point and press the key shift button, and then very quickly afterwards you need to trigger a new cue point on there and press start on St. Patrick's. So let's give it a go. I'm going to start with stems already on, so we're just playing the a cappella of Cream.
Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar bill, yo.
So each time it gets to the end of the chorus, I go down a semitone when I press yawl by Method Man. So it goes 1, 2, 3, and that takes it down to the key of St. Patrick's, which is 2A. And then the final part of the mix, which you have to be very quick with, is to trigger the start of the sample on both records, which is the start of the chorus on Cream and the start of the record on St. Patrick's. So you do this. Now you let the sample play once, then echo it out. Now this is when you're going to take the tempo down from 90 BPM to 72 BPM.
Cash rules everything around me.
And that's the mix done.
St. Patrick, bro got a pack in the mail, he's tracking. Gassed as soon as it lands in.
As with all other 3 mixes, these were made to be played in the club, so I'm just going to let the final record play. Yes, so Crossfader, thanks for having me. I've enjoyed breaking down these mixes today. Make sure that you follow me on socials at DJ Andy Purrnel, and if you recreate these mixes, please do tag me and I'll make sure that I share them. If you like this video today and you want to see more of this content, you can click on this video here. Make sure you're following Crossfader. Stay locked.